We're now going to learn side spin by playing the same amount of side, the same speed and the same height on the cue ball, and with a straight delivery, but with different aimings across the full range of aiming possibility. That will teach the eyes where the white and the object ball are going with various aiming. And from that then we'll be able to pick up how to pot the ball. So to start with, we'll play straight delivery to go outside the red completely. And then play a little bit thicker on the red. Bit thicker again, no intention to aim anywhere or pot any ball, it's just having fun, experimenting with where the ball is going. Keep going thicker. Okay, that's interesting, that ball went in. And your eyes will remember the amount of compensation that you were applying to pot that ball. But we don't stop there, we keep going around the spectrum. And keep going again and again until we eventually miss the red on the outside as well. And if you do that exercise enough times, assuming your cueing is the cue delivery is consistent, your eyes will eventually remember, oh yeah, this distance, this amount of side, this speed equals this aiming. So now we have learned how to pot a ball from a close distance with side spin, where the cue ball hasn't swerved before striking the object ball. We've learned how to compensate just the initial push of the cue ball in the opposite direction to the side spin. This shot we're going to learn how to compensate the full swerve. So we'll play slow enough that the cue ball will swerve before it hits the red. So let's say 3 out of 10 speed. We're going to go through the full spectrums of aiming from missing the ball left to missing the ball right. Let's do that quickly. Maximum side spin at the equator of the ball, starting slow, staying slow across the full range of shots. Just getting a bit thicker every time. Straight delivery, remember, to reduce variables and increase learning. If your cue is twitching and steering the ball on every shot, you'll never learn anything on aiming with side spin. Your delivery's got to be absolutely bang on, consistently straight, even if you're going to miss the ball. Even if you're convinced you're going to miss the pot, still deliver the cue straight because you get the learning. And over time, over 100 shots with side spin, the learning is more important than getting a random ball just because you've swerved the cue coincidentally the right amount. So let's keep going a bit thicker, time after time. Okay, interesting, that's the potting angle. But we won't stop there, we'll keep going a bit thicker and thicker. And thicker and thicker and thicker until eventually we miss the ball completely. I was trying to swerve around it into the pocket there. Let's aim a little bit further out. See if we can get a bit closer to that. Okay, just about. So that spectrum of aimings is invaluable for the eyes to learn where the cue ball's going. Now, what we'll do is, if I have the cue ball back and play now with different speeds, we'll be able to see the next variable. So we're assuming now that, Okay, my eyes have, I've gone through that drill 10, 20 times until I'm confident, okay, this is the angle I need to pop the red with side spin at that speed. I can see the cue ball is swerving about halfway on its, at about the halfway point on its journey to the red. And then I can start changing speed. I can start playing a bit more speed, then I'll need a bit more compensation because the white's pushing out a bit further. Or I can play a little bit less speed, but then my aiming goes the other way this time. So I know the white's going to swerve very early. If we go to the initial 3-speed shot, if we change the distance, then that becomes a completely different aim again. If we're keeping the speed the same and changing the distance, all of a sudden from here, well actually let's say from here, the white is not going to swerve before it hits the red, is it? It's going to be wanting to swerve almost at impact on the red. So I need to recalibrate my aiming. So, okay, let's think now, if I don't need to adjust that much as I did from here, where do I think I'd need to aim? Let's give this aim a go. Little bit too thick for my liking. But I made my guess and I committed to it, and I executed the shot with my consistent delivery, so therefore I've learnt something there. So now, okay, slight adjustment to that, and then you should get closer to centre pocket potting. So by increasing the distances to the ball, we expand our range of knowledge and ability to aim with side spin, and that will get us into a much greater level of comfort across all possible side spin combinations on the table.